So the types of self-care, first and foremost, number one is physical. The first one is physical. You can think of this as you're sleeping, you're eating, you're drinking water, your exercise out in the gym. This is physical. So first type of care is physical. The second type of self-care is emotional. Second type of self-care is emotion, and this is emotion. Last week we were talking about emotions. We were talking about how emotions are like the weather. We can't control them all the time, but we have to be able to adapt with our emotions. And also, emotional self-care could just be powerful things like learning how to say no. Whoops, I jacked that up. Learning how to say no, having a healthy, building boundaries with things, such as I get distracted with my cell phone sometimes. My intentions to post one business thing on social media. I'm on there for 20 minutes and it jacks up my emotions because I see something that I'm jealous of, or I see something that I don't want to see. I see some chaos going in the world and it jacks me up. So having a healthy relationship with no to help with emotional well-being could maybe be what's got you interested this week. So number 3 would be spiritual. Spiritual, and this goes beyond religion, right? So for me, spiritual well-being, spiritual self-care. So it could be religion. It could be meditation. It could just be being in nature. Being in nature. That is usually my most spiritual experience. So yesterday it was sunny outside. Me and my girlfriend, we were sitting outside and just getting hit by the sun, listening. It feels like I live in a bird sanctuary for a neighborhood. But good morning. Thanks for tuning in with us this morning. The sun's hitting. It feels really good. We're kind of just working on things, mainly planning out, doing a little reading, planning out the week. And there's something very spiritual about being out in nature for me, and that's why it's one of my favorites. But for you, maybe you really resonate with getting your emotions and stuff like that out through journaling. Maybe it could be something religious where you start going to church again, or it could be back to my faith, which aside from nature, it'd probably be meditation would be my favorite because I've seen the best results from that. Okay, moving on from spiritual. So spiritual is an opportunity. Next is intellectual self-care. Intellectual self-care would be maybe you read something, you're reading something instead of watching a TV show. Maybe you're watching a documentary on someone who you find really fascinating. Maybe you're watching that documentary on someone who's doing something you want to do. I know I watched Tony Robbins had a movie that came out, and at first I was like, oh, this is probably going to be cheesy. And then I watched it, and I'm not going to lie, I cried a couple times. It was really emotional. It was super inspiring. And I even got a couple coaching exercises out of it that I was like, man, I want to try this with people and try and help them in a way. So who knows, being intellectual, like for example, this list I got from pretty much reading these. These are the books that I'm reading right now. And this first one, Trust Yourself, is actually where this list is from. So good morning. We have a bit of some spam, but able to block that real quick. So Trust Yourself by Melody Wildling, but Trust Yourself was really good, but in her list for self-care, number 4, she had intellectual. The next is social. The next one is social. Social self-care. So this could be going out and getting breakfast with a friend. This could be we just had a board game tournament here over last weekend. We had a board game tournament, and I took home the bracket for the first annual Rainbow Bowl. So we did this board game tournament with friends. It was really fun, had a really good day, really good time. I'm sure everyone thinks it's rigged because we hosted the party and I won. But well, we had teams. We had teams and colors. I'd feel bad if I didn't shout out my team. Everyone had their color for a team, and I was on Team Green. But the social aspect of it was really fun. It was something to look forward to. It made us feel really good. So social self-care, learning to use that, to handle that. So social self-care, figuring out planning a trip with somebody you like and care about. Again, maybe just go, it could be something as small as going and grabbing a bite to eat with someone who you've been trying to communicate with lately. And sixth, and finally, we have safety and security. Safety and secure. Safety and security. So this one would be more so along, they're talking about finances and your career path. So safety and security, this would be making sure that your rainy day fund is high enough for financially, or just figuring out what that even means. Do you have 6 months of income to live off of? Are you working on the career that you truly are passionate about? We don't have a lot of the time on this planet. Life goes really fast. So making sure and checking in, maybe self-care, just evaluating and looking at options. Just because you're looking at options doesn't mean you should totally jump ship. I think everyone should work in an industry or a career for a minimum of 5 years to really figure out what it is. But each individual has their own talents and skills and ideas, and you don't want to restrict yourself with time constraints and rules, I'd imagine. That probably wouldn't be very healthy or under the self-care category, but just be honest with yourself. This is more investigative. Be very playful, be curious, have fun with it. Maybe we need a little more on the safety side financially, or maybe we want to just grow so we can hit our financial goals. Or what are your financial goals? Maybe just figuring those out would be a great tip and tool this week. Are we on pace for this first quarter of 2023? And vice versa, secure. How can we make our jobs more enjoyable? How can we make what we spend so much time doing more fun, more enjoyable, so we can get better, we can bring more value to people and help them become their best self so they can help others as well. We're big believers in the ripple effect here. This is 6 types of self-care for Monday morning. So maybe this week the challenge would be for you in order to think, do I want to work on physical self-care, working out, drinking water, sleeping, emotional self-care, accepting my feelings, saying no to things that aren't healthy, spiritual, meditation, religion, being out in nature, intellectual. Let's pick up a few extra books this week, maybe possibly social, meeting up with friends, looking forward to something. We're social creatures as humans, and safety and security, finances, and career. That's a quick wrap up for today. That's all I had for self-care today. I thought I'd bring it over to you guys. And feel free to give me some some comments or some feedback on which self-care items you guys are really trying to focus on. What would mean the most to you? What would continue to help you on your own path for personal development? This was episode 221. And of course, we always wrap up the show with my little sales plug. Is the 6-week challenge to become happier and more productive. If you're looking for a personal development boot camp, in order to make yourself a better version of yourself, please tune in with us. We're selling 6-week packages, so you work with me one-on-one exclusively to figure out your own one-page life plan and to really get your life on track, really know why it is you're doing what you're doing, and being able to communicate with other people, I think, is a huge competitive advantage nowadays, because the only thing that's really unique to us is ourselves. Cheers, friends. That's all I have for today. I hope you all have an incredible, fun-filled Monday morning. Cheers to personal development. I hope you guys are staying accountable with your own goals and the things that you want to be doing. If you need a life coach or you know someone who needs a life coach, I'm the guy. So please feel free to send me direct messages or connect with me on any of the social media platforms. But that's all I had for today. I hope you guys found this helpful, the types of self-care. Check it out for yourself. Other than that, I'm ready to bounce. I got other work to do myself. I know you guys are busy too. Cheers, friends. I'm out of here. Until next time, I'll catch you all live Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time with another episode 222, where we're going to be talking about using our senses and how to live more in the present moment. Should be a fun exercise. It's a coaching exercise I like quite a bit. So check us out again tomorrow morning for more personal development tips. I'm out of here. You guys have a great, fantastic day. Until next time, have a good one. Thanks, friends. Peace out. Oh, I didn't end it. Oh, there.